All right, everybody. It's Greg Reitz live on a Saturday afternoon, about 2 p.m. on Saturday, 11/14/20, and just after lucky Friday the 13th. Man, I got blessed yesterday on the 13th. I did a lot of things yesterday, got a lot of movement. You know why? I have the proper training, the proper real estate education and training, mentorship and coaching. So that's what we're going to talk about today, guys. Are you training to win? Agents, are you training to win? Do you want to make more revenue in real estate? Do you want to have a better client experience? Do you want to shape your business the right way? Are you getting the right training, coaching, and mentorship to win? Are you with the right company, EXP Realty? Are you with the right training? Let's talk about that today. Agents, are you training every day at higher levels of service to get better at your business? Tell me about that training. What are you doing? Think about that for a second. What are you doing on a daily and weekly basis to train yourself for success in the real estate marketplace and world? Not much, a little bit. Okay, that's typical. How's your training positively affecting your business? Okay, let me explain it this way. You can turn multiple listings when you know how to put buyers in contract in a quicker amount of time. That means you have a buyer. Let's say you're working with buyers, right? How are you trained correctly to get those buyers into contract quickly, find them what they want, work through the escrow transaction and close the transaction in a reasonable amount of time, at the same time working with other buyers and moving on to the next buyer when you close? Let me give you some tips on the buying side. Then we're going to go into the listing side, and we're going to talk a little bit about some training. On the buying side, you get a buyer, you get a lead coming in, you call, you talk to them on the phone. Here's the process that I like to use. I don't mind sharing my process because I want everybody in real estate to be successful. Get a client on the phone, I talk to them. They want to see property, let's say. Okay, ask them if they're what they're looking for, build a little bit of a knowledge and relationship, so we can get to know each other, and then I'll call them in on a appointment. It could be virtual Zoom during COVID, or it could be together with proper mask and protocol during COVID-19. So meet with them either which way, Zoom or in person, and go down a buyer consultation. I want to know exactly what area, zip code, schools, things they're looking for. So you want to be precise on that. Bedrooms, bathrooms, schools, zip code, area, what's important about that area, where do they work, how does that affect where they're buying, square footage, pool, no pool, solar. So very typical questions. And I have a buyer questionnaire. If you like a buyer questionnaire survey, I have it. So it's a buyer questionnaire, and it'll give you all these questions answered. That process only takes about 30 minutes with the buyer, maybe 45 minutes. And now I know exactly what they're looking for. I set them up on an MLS search. I set up on our website search. So for that area, that geographic, and that maximum price or less, they're getting those homes. One of the main thing is too is make sure they're in the price range that they're looking for or less. So they might say, well, I'm looking for 300,000. Okay, not more, no, not more. Okay, 300 or less. No minimum, but a maximum price. Now you've got them, the buyer, in a buyer consultation, all the questions answered. You got the sheet in front of you. They built a relationship with you. They now trust you. You trust them. Um, and you can get them set up on the properties they're looking for. Then we look at the properties. And that same day they come in, I'll typically go out and show them a couple properties. Whether they're pre-approved or not, I would still go out and show them a couple properties if I feel they're good and serious buyers, and they are serious about purchasing a property. That's very important. So that's what I do. If they're pre-approved, great. If they're not, I get them over to my lender right after that meeting, or during the meeting, or right after, so that we can get a loan pre-approved first. Because a loan pre-approval is mandatory, as you know, really to show property, right? Or if not to show it, at least to make an offer. So help them get loan pre-approved with your preferred lender. A reputable lender is much better too. If you're working with buyers in the greater Fresno, Clovis, Madera area or other areas, most other agents, this is a key. Listen to this, agents, listen to this. It's key to have a reputable lender in the area where you're purchasing with your buyer. Why? Most agents want a good reputable lender in the area with a good reputation, and so they can reach out to that lender, and that lender has a lot to lose if they don't perform on that loan pre-approval and close that transaction in a timely manner with no to little stress with the buyer and the agents involved, so that lender will close the transaction. So a local lender will help you agents a lot more with those. We look for that too on our team. That's important. The internet lenders, be careful. Sometimes they are hard to get a hold of and or don't close the transactions. Give yourself a benefit of the doubt and use a local lender. Absolutely. So that's kind of how we process it on the buying side. Um, the the relationship's important. Building the trust is important. Getting them a loan pre-approval, and the most important factor when working with a buyer is having that buyer consultation questionnaire filled out. 30 to 45 minutes will save you 4 to 8 hours of time. So typically we can take them out the first time and phone them, show them the right homes. So that's very good. That's good on the buying side. Okay. Any other questions? You can text me those questions or go to gregreitz.com and text me 559-260-1777, 559-260-1777. We're working with buyers, working with sellers. Okay, you can learn how to take more listings in a competitive marketplace working with sellers. So the question is now, ask yourself an honest question. Agents out there, brokers, teams, how are you picking up listings? How do you pick up listings in a tight seller's market that we're in today? It's a seller's market. The market's hotter than a pistol. Sellers are getting top dollar in 2020, right? How are they doing that? How are we picking up listings? Okay. Well, first of all, by picking up buyers, many of the buyers need the list. So by doing the first part of this presentation, working with the buyers, you can many times get listings because a lot of buyers have to sell to buy. So they do a contingency of sale. Other ways to pick up sellers is calling for sell by owners, expired listings, okay? And following up on your database, calling your database, your family, your friends, co-workers, people that you've done business with in the past, closed past clients. Very important ways to get those sellers to work with you. Okay, if you go to church, it's your church meeting, talk to people. It's about socializing, networking with other people to get those listings. Okay, having the right training to get those listings is huge. Another way too is you can reach out on different platforms of social media, and let them know. Do some advertising, talk to people, communicate, let them know that you are in the business. Okay. And let me give you another tip. You're calling for sell by owners expires, or you see a sign, you're driving down, take a little notepad, put it on your phone. I use this little notepad right here, kind of my Colombo notepad, I call it. And when I see it for sell by owner, I write that number down and I'll call them immediately. There's been times when I didn't call them immediately. Let me give you a real example. See it for sell by owner. I saw the sign. I wrote the number down. I should call him. I'll do it tomorrow. A couple days goes by. Still got a for sale by owner sign up there. Another day went by, and now we're 3 days into it. Nice custom type of home, and it's listed with another broker, another agent. Why? Because I didn't call the for sale by owner, who obviously wanted to list with somebody else because I didn't call in the right amount of time. I didn't get the listing. So take action. Be proactive. You see a for sale by owner sign, call them right away. Okay. You hear somebody talking about real estate, let them know you're in the business. They are not going to be able to read your mind. You have to let them know you're in the business. So another thing I do too is I have my car wrapped, real estate wrapped. EXP Realty, the Reitz team, Greg Reitz. And I get a couple transactions or so out of that car, that vehicle every year. Let people know, brand yourself. Let people know that you are in the business, that you're serious. You don't have any fear. You care about people, and they will do business with you. Look, here is a good affirmation and a truth. If they don't be such a good agent and have the right training that I can give you free of charge, coaching, training, and mentorship here at EXP at no cost, by having that, you will become the agent of choice. You have to believe in your heart that you're the right agent to help those buyers and those sellers. Because if you don't help them, somebody else will help them not give the level of service that they deserve or possibly have a bad experience. And that's what you don't want. So be the agent and know that you are worthy of them working with you and that you want them to have a great experience in real estate. Okay? We want to give the public that great experience. Some of that isn't happening today. So having the right coaching, training, mentorship, and listings and buyers is huge. Would we all agree? Of course we would. Okay? Now, every night you have a choice. You have a choice to go home after 8, 9, 10, 12-hour days and decide, you know what? I'm just going to turn the TV on, click, 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 and start watching TV. The negative news, whatever it might be. Or watch a movie and just veg out. How much training, mentorship, experience, and knowledge are you going to gain by turning the TV on? I'm not saying never to do it, but what if we took just 3 or 4 of those nights and you read a book like The 7 Habits of Effective People, right? John Maxwell's, right? How highly efficient people think, how successful people think. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, Dale Carnegie, The Law of Success. We could go on and on and on these books that will work. Also going on and watching podcasts like this, reaching out to people like myself that can give you that experience, coaching, mentorship, and training that we all could use to become a better agent. I've been in real estate coaching full time. I've been in real estate over 15, just about 15 years now. Coaching over 8 years, going on 9 years of full-time real estate coaching. I pay for that coaching. I pay dearly, and it's worth every penny because I know that I'm a value to the public, the real estate consumer, my fellow agents that I coach, train, and mentor, again, at no cost, here at EXP. And I love to see people succeed, both agents and the public. They get the keys to their home, they're happy. The sellers sell for top dollar or above. And we do sell for more than the average agent because of our training, negotiation, and experience in real estate. Proper coaching, training, again, has caused that to happen. So by doing all of this, we have set ourselves apart. You wanna be different than the 90% of the agents that are out there. You want to be a top agent. So instead of going home and turning on that TV all the time, set aside, make a schedule. Set aside that, you know what, I'm going to get there and I'm going to pick up a book. I'm going to read. I'm going to watch a podcast. I'm going to take some real estate training. I'm going to watch some training. Like EXP has over 40 hours plus per week of real estate training for advanced, intermediate, or new buyer agents, listing agents, or teams. So you can go on to the EXP World, give me a call, 559-261-777. I will give you a pass into the EXP World so you can take all the training you like. Or I can suggest some good book and materials that are easy to read and you can apply to your real estate business that would really help you. There's a lot of ways to succeed. It doesn't have to be complicated. It is not complicated. It's picking one thing and being really good at it. Pick real estate. Decide that today that you want to be good at it, okay? You have a choice every night. What are you going to pick tonight? Okay. Will you find yourself looking up for the information to stay ahead of the competition? Do you ever find yourself saying, wow, I got beat out on that listing or I lost that buyer? Most of the time, not always, but most of the time that losing that buyer to another agent or that listing, we have a part in that. I'll give you an experience. My problem was I can get too busy and maybe I'm not following up with my buyers enough that I'm working with, trying to find them a home. I don't follow up enough and I'm not there. That buyer has a potential of finding another agent to help them, right? So that would be my fault, not the other agent's fault, because I am not following up well enough with them. That's buyer agent 101. Got to keep follow up, keep close with them, okay? Very important. Listings. Not calling the for sale by owner signs quick enough, not talking to my sphere of influence, my church, my coworkers, my partners, not following up on listing leads enough. All of these things are important. Make the phone call. If you don't make the phone call, you don't get the client. You don't have the conversation, you don't get the client. Very important, okay, guys? Now, it's your success, it's your business, and it's your choice to get the training, mentorship and coaching and the materials that will help you, whether it's through me or somebody else. I'm just suggesting to get that, read those books. I've got a lot of different books that will help you in real estate that I can mention to you. On it, you can pick them up off Amazon. Anywhere from $12 to $25 is normal. We've got coaching videos that I can send you. You can look me up on YouTube. I've done multiple podcasts like this with training involved in there, and I'd like to get you on the fast track. Again, I don't have any fees for my services, mentorship, coaching, training. I simply want to help my fellow agents excel in real estate and do something better in their real estate career. So I guess that's it for me today, guys. I want to be able to help you and serve you. Get a hold of me at gregreitz.com, scrolling on the bottom of your screen, gregreitz.com, gregreitz.com, or call and text me, 559-260-1777, 559-260-1777. And guys, I look forward to helping you. You guys have a great day. Success is yours. What are you going to do tonight? Read, check out a video from Greg Reitz on YouTube about how to make your business succeed. Reach out, or you're going to watch TV. You have the choice. It's up to you. Have a great day. Have a successful real estate business, guys. Greg Reitz out.